We're talking about the political battle in Maasai Land. Joining me in studio once again is Gabriel Muthuma. He is a political analyst. Initially, we've just seen the numbers that are there in the Governor Tunai rally, re-election campaign rally. And we got some sentiments from a member of parliament who said that Tunai commands 90% of the votes in Narok and Jubilee is assured of a 70% vote from Maasais. Would you agree with that?
Akisa, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to agreeing with numbers, that's a very tricky answer to give. But what I can tell you is that yes, the truth is that Governor Tunai has the numbers, and like you've seen. But I'm one firm believer who always believe that crowds always don't translate into votes. That's why I would be, just a little bit awash when you talk about 70 and 90%. But the truth of the matter is, if you look at the greater Narok and you look at the greater Kajiado, the numbers belong to Jubilee, and that's a fact.
Well, we've seen sort of an opposition wave in Maasai Land. We will be taking a look at how the rally in Suswa looks like for Patrick Olentutu. Does this mean that they should really rest easy from the inroads that are being made? We've
also seen them make serious inroads in places like Meru, but do you expect there to be a serious outage of people coming to vote NASA? You could have a good or a better margin coming through, but at the end of the day, you can expect that being a Jubilee zone. Same thing will come and translate into Narok. I like equating that with the current leadership that's selected. So yes, they may make inroads, but at the end of the day, what translates into votes? I mean, I've actually been on another broadcast where I was telling people, really, it is very detrimental for you or for any person out there wanting to come into a gubernatorial seat and downplaying the powers that a governor has. Okay? There has been issues. You saw even the senator himself, when he left Jubilee, he went to CCM. Yeah. He allied himself with CCM, not NASA. So that also gives you a picture. Where are people going? Now, clanism is another thing that me and you expect to come to play in Narok, with people now pointing fingers, and I think that's not the best direction to go when you start poking fingers to somebody like Tunai and saying, you don't come from the greater Purko clan. So really, we think this seat is reserved. When we start talking about clanism, is all the best way to go, but at the end of the day, you've seen how people vote.
Yes.
So I won't rest easy until the fat lady sings. And that fat lady who sings, who comes to sing, will be the voter themselves. So really, Tunai has an upper hand. Don't be cheated.
But there seems to be, it's either Jubilee or it's either the opposition. Initially, Maasais voted according to what the kingpin supported. Right now, they don't have a distinct kingpin after the death of Olentimama.
You're very right. You are totally right. And this is where I'm saying they're in a political jungle where they are looking who will be the next person. Now, there are several people who have been fronted, and the name that keeps recurring is that of CS, our CS.
Nkaiseri,
thank you. And if he's the one to take the mantle, then we have to see other people who've been fronted in. You have the young, vibrant people like the Ole Sakudas of this world. Those are people who've been fronted as to be taking the mantle of the Ma people to take them to the other level. Now, the issue that I would really like to point to is that the Ma people are having control of their issues, and that's what I'm liking. Let the onus be upon them to control the Masai Mara. Let the onus be for them to control the roads. Let the onus be on them to control their development. Just the other day, you had the amount of gold that was, found in Narok. So you see, there are things that are coming out, and to me, that is sufficient proof that there is some element of yearning for leadership, even by the young people, yearning for leadership, and to take the mantle that we saw with the Ole Tip-Tip, with the likes of John King, with the likes of Olentimama. That is the best way when the Maasai people start coming to actually find somebody who can take them to the next level. So it's a good thing when you look at it politically. But I hope and pray that the clanism does not precede good sense.
All right. Gabriel, thank you so much for coming in. Gabriel Muthuma, political analyst there, trying to take a look at how the politics of Ma will play out. Remember,